All right, I am joined with Jared Duhame from Wagon Lead Travel, and thank you for joining us today. We just got through the madness of traveling for the holiday season, kind of more when you have to see family and stuff, but now this is almost a better time to travel, less busy, and maybe just kind of tell us about some deals or places and reasons to go for January, February.
Well, this is actually a really good time to go.
Yeah.
You're right that the distressed inventory comes out now. We have a lot of major tour companies who have a lot of seats to fill, and right now is a bit of a lull because people have done, like you said, the Christmas and New Year's travel, visiting family and friends, and now it's vacation time. And so some of them will come out with specials. So we have Wild Wednesday, we have Crazy Tuesdays where they'll send us inventory that they really want to move some seats. The plane's maybe only half full, and so they maybe put on 10 or 20 seats at a reduced rate to get the thing going again and try to fill some seats.
Yeah.
So there is space to Mexico particularly, which has a lot of inventory this year. We've got 3 tour operators, and they also have a lot of seats to sell. So if you're wanting to go somewhere in the next 2 weeks, it's probably not a bad time to book.
Yeah, and you were saying a little bit that if you are more flexible with where you're going and what time, if you don't have specific dates, they do something where you almost get kind of put on hold, and just if you're available to go, you can just kind of find out through your travel agent, like this is where we're going, and that's, so how does that kind of work?
Well, there are clients who come to us and say, we don't care where we go, or
Yeah.
this is our budget, we have X number of dollars to spend. If you see something come up, let us know. And they want to go within the next 2 weeks. And that can happen. It just depends on how busy the flights are at that particular time. But there is lots of inventory out there for the next 2 weeks, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on people who are like first-time travelers, people who've never really done that before, why it's a good reason to, one, get in touch with a travel agent, and some kind of information that you can give first-time travelers.
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of people who will come in and say, you know, we don't know where we want to go. We've never been anywhere.
Yeah.
We've finally got some time and a little bit of money. We'd like to book a vacation. And so we sit them down and go through a process and try to figure out what their needs are, their wants are, what their aspirations are. Do they want a hotel that has 17 restaurants? Do they want one that has 3? Do they want to be in a complex that has maybe 3 or 4 different properties they can choose from and maybe dine at or have fun at? And try to go through some of the steps and see what they like to do. Would they rather lay on a beach? Do they want to sit by a pool? And one of the things I like to say to my clients is, what type of room would you like to have? Are you a morning person? Do you want to get up and have coffee and open up the drapes and see the ocean?
Yeah.
Or are you an evening person where you'd like to have a glass of wine on your balcony at the end of the day? Well, if you have an ocean view at night, there's not a lot to see.
Yeah.
The ocean is not lit. But if you have a pool view or a garden view, then those places are lit, and it's a pleasant view for a last night thing to do before you hit the...
Absolutely, and I think that's something that people don't even realize. Like, travel agents don't just get you to a location. You really take into account what they want to do and the type of person that they are. So even if they want to get there and they don't know what to do next, you have ways to connect with adventure crews and tours there and things like that, which is something that's very exciting.
Well,
that
absolutely.
most people don't know.
It's not just the booking the flight for us, it's a relationship with our clients.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of repeat clients who we work with. And it's not just, you know, getting you there to the destination, but explaining how things work. What happens when you get to the airport?
Yeah.
What happens after you grab your suitcase? Where do I go? What do I do? You know, and how do I do to plan my vacation once I get there if I want to do some tours? We'll go through all those aspects and tell people, you know, there's a bit of a concern about safety now in some of the destinations. We have yet to have a client of ours ever be affected by any of the things that you hear.
Yeah.
If you stayed in your resort or do tours during the day and work with tour operators, there's no reason to be concerned about these destinations.
Yeah.
They're always safe.
Yeah, that's perfect. If you are a stressful traveler and you haven't really done this before, then that's definitely the route to take. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate you coming in with all our travel facts, and hopefully we'll be able to book some trips for people watching today.
Anytime,
so thank you so
pleasure.
much
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Thanks.